Right now at 6 o'clock, a deluge of rain overnight has led to flooded streets and even some power outages in Connecticut.
A state trooper injured in a crash on I-91 in Middletown. What we know about the crash this morning.
Plus, we're taking a closer look at the cost of child care in Connecticut, where we stand when it comes to taking care of our kids.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good morning. It's 6 o'clock. Thanks so much for being with us here at Fox 61. America Arias.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Keep in mind, several school districts have already delayed the start of school this morning. Those delays are running at the bottom of your screen right now. And we have a lot to talk about this morning. We've been talking about this for a couple days. Rachel Biscatelli has much more on what's happening out there right now when this rain is going to wind down.
Yeah, how'd you guys make out? Okay?
I was fine, actually.
Slept well. It wasn't too bad. Still a lot of snow up where I am. It has not melted away.
Great, great.
A lot of melting,
we still have some snowy backdrop. I went to bed with snow out my window. I woke up with no snow out my window. So we are looking at some melting happening overnight, in addition to picking up close to 2 to 4 inches of rain in spots. In addition to that, we had gusts towards about 56 miles per hour in southeastern Connecticut overnight, leading to a couple of outages too. The worst of it is over now. A couple of spotty showers lingering. And zooming out to the bigger picture here, you can see that area of low pressure still spinning to the west of us now, and that'll continue to track to the west and the north of us. We have a wind advisory in place for our 4 southern counties, in addition to our northern Litchfield County, and that we are expecting gusts towards about 30 to 35 miles per hour this afternoon. So while the worst of the wind is over, we still have to deal with it today. Coastal flood advisory and warning posted for our coastline through about noon today. There may be some inundations still during high tide. Right now, here's a look at our current wind speeds, around 21 miles per hour in Groton. Gusts are looking at about 23 miles per hour in spots, 20 over in Danbury now. Our temperatures are mild into the 50s right now, so still seeing some melting out there. We have colder conditions starting to build in, though. Our numbers so impressive, anywhere from 27 to 38 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Temperatures will settle into the 40s, although with the wind, it'll feel like the upper 30s for most of the day. We'll detail out where we go from here, walk you through that hour by hour coming up in just a bit. But right now, let's get a check out on those roads this morning. We have plenty of road closures to get to, so we'll get right to it. You can see on the map here, there are plenty of icons there. So taking a look here over in Lisbon this morning, Route 169 northbound, the road is closed from Kinsman Hill Road to Sergeant's Way. We also have various road closures over on Halls Hill Road. That is closed between 607 Westcott Road and Horse Hill Road. Well, Wyndham we go toward northbound Route 14 Bricktop Road is closed from Jennings Lane to 203 Wyndham. And then also over in Southbury, we have a road closure from Route 47 Washington Road. That is closed this morning between Route 132 and Westwood Road. And a live look outside over in Darien this morning, 95 north and southbound, reporting some flooding near exits 13 and 11. The left lanes are blocked. Tim and Erica.
Oh, well, the worst of the rain and the wind are moving out, but we are still feeling a lot of the effects of the storm this morning. There's a lot of communities reporting flooding and power outages too. Yeah,
Fox 61's Angela Bavaro is out there driving all across the state in the storm tracker this morning, getting us all an up-close look at conditions. Looks like he's outside the storm tracker right now in Norwich. How are things looking there?
Erica, Tim, good morning. Not too bad. So the rain has stopped, the wind has died down, but the morning commute may be tricky because of some of this flooding that some towns and cities are seeing, and that's the case in Norwich. You can see all those blue and red lights flashing on my face probably. That's because part of this road here, right here behind me, is shut down because of flooding. So this is West Town Street, and we have spots of flooding all over the place here, cars detouring as we talk. So if you take a look right down there, you can see that pond of water in the middle of the road. There's a brook that runs right along this road, and that is what is causing issues along here. So we have that spot right there, and if you take a walk with me in this direction here, we have some more flooding in the middle of that road as well. Again, this is right along West Town Street, right off of 395 as you enter town. And flooding causing several closures in this town. Police putting out a list of those closures. So a heads up if you are heading out this morning in some of these towns and cities. This will be a common sight, these closures that are in effect. Other towns, Naugatuck also reporting some closures. Montville along the New London Turnpike, part of that is closed because of flooding. Danbury also reporting flooding, and we should expect some more of those reports coming in as well. Nothing too crazy. We drove in from Hartford along those highways. Those were fine. We did see some, it looked like crashes. Not sure if those were because of the slick road conditions, but just take it nice and slow. Again, nothing too crazy, no major reports. This is not that bad. Haven't checked out some of the other spots here in town. But again, just take it nice and easy because you never know how deep some of this water is. We were live in Norwich this morning. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Angelo, thank you for that report. Now, that's the flooding angle here. When it comes to the power outages right now, about 2,800 Eversource customers are without power this morning. And remember, you can always track the latest conditions where you live and across Connecticut with the Fox 61 News and Weather apps. It's a great resource in case you lose power in any storm.
A state trooper was injured after a crash on I-91 southbound. Investigators say a state police cruiser was hit by another vehicle about 7:40 last night. This happened in the southbound lanes near the exit for Baldwin Avenue and Preston Ave on the Middletown-Meriden line. The trooper was sent to the hospital with some minor injuries, and no one else was hurt in the incident. A new report from Connecticut Voices shows children in our state, they are the most expensive in the country when it comes to child care costs.
Fox 61's Brooke Griffin has reviewed the problems and the solutions that the report is claiming. She joins us now to break it all down. Brooke, it looks like there's a few big issues at play here.
Yeah, it's really a twofold issue. Connecticut Voices for Children tells us that a lot of parents across our state do not have access to affordable and quality child care resources. Now, this could be for a few different reasons. Either they just simply cannot afford to send their child to any sort of facility, or they just can't find one. Maybe there's not one that's open with slots available near their home or work. Now, in 2023, it shows that center-based childcare cost more than $18,000 a year, while family childcare centers were almost $12,000 per year. That puts Connecticut at the third most expensive, only behind Washington, D.C. and Massachusetts. At the same time, the report shows Connecticut is about 17,000 slots short for the ages of birth to 3 years old, and the children most likely to not have proper child care resources are those who have special needs, immigrants, children of color, and homeless children. There are many factors to this. Some of the slot shortage comes from facilities closing due to not enough providers really being available.
We know that early care and education is a kitchen table conversation. And like all of our research and advocacy, we want families to know that we hear them.
Education supports parents' ability to show up for their jobs as well as for their children.
And the report outlines goals that need to be implemented in order to get the state back on track with both quality and quantity issues when it comes to child care. Those include hiring and keeping enough qualified providers while giving them fair wages and benefits, and funding child care centers properly in order to make them more affordable. The Voices for Children leaders say that their goal this year is to minimize the gap when it comes to those kids not being in the child care that they need and, quite frankly, they say deserve. They say that they're going to be working on this at the state level this year to try to fix that the best that they can. Live in Hartford, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Hi, Brooke. Thank you for that report. We appreciate it. It is 6:08. Later today, you're going to get a chance to weigh in on proposed rate hikes for natural gas. Connecticut Natural Gas wants to raise rates by at least 4%. Southern Connecticut Gas is asking for a 9% hike. Those changes would add maybe $20 to $40 to the average monthly heating bill. Now, the state's Public Utilities Regulatory Authority is hosting that hearing. If you want to go, it's scheduled for 5:30 tonight at the Farmington Library. Also happening today, state lawmakers are calling for more transparency from the Connecticut Department of Correction. Representatives Robin Porter and Ann Hughes are meeting with the group Stop Solitary CT, and they're all going to talk about the department's policies and practices. They'll also be joined by advocates and some families who say they have not been getting timely information when inmates have had medical problems or been victims of violence. They'll also talk about future bills to address these issues.